crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. I fall up in the club, crank my dance on that hoe. I'm scoping at the scene, then I hit the dance flow. Y'all already know what it is, what the business be. Solja Boy ain't got no money, hell nah, you must be shitting me. But hit me on the net so I can show you where I'm from. Type it in, Solja Boy, tell them .com. Up back to the top, don't do my dance on that hoe. I can crank my two-step and then I do the merry-go. Hey, crank that dance. Why me crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Why me crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance.
I'm in the club wildin', now why me G? Now why me G? And now she goes smiling because she did, and then she keep trying, but you can't get that. I can't do it like him. I been did that shit. Go well on Mercury scene. Watch me rollin', watch me lean. All the hoes be jocking me, cause all the clothes I'm rockin' clean. All I smoke is lots of green. TC bout to bring it, man. You done seen me crank the club, gonna watch me crank my dance.
Hey, crank that dance. Why me crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Why me crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Why me crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. I fall up in the club and I'm in my max stance, and everybody screaming, Solja Boy, do your dance, do your dance, do your dance, do your dance, do your dance. I fall up in the club and I'm in my max stance, and everybody screaming, Solja Boy, do your dance, do your dance, do your dance, do your dance, do your dance. Hey, crank that dance. Why me crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Why me crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Why me crank my Why me do? Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Hey, crank that dance. Watch me crank my dance. Do it. Solja Boy, tell 'em. Solja Boy, tell them .com.